Christina Kalish and I accomplished a great deal and had a successful and enjoyable year. Now, will everyone please stand as Emily Abrams, Jennifer Cousins, Chris Gardner, and Chad Powers lead off our commencement ceremony with the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. These past 4 years, we have been blessed with many well-rounded leaders on the Board of Education. Today, we are lucky to be blessed with their presence. Sitting in front of you are Board President Russell Carter, Vice President David Leonard, members John Reinhardt, Marianne Culbertson, and Glenn Knight, and the Treasurer Nellie Cooper. Among other members of the administration, Superintendent David Lewis, Assistant Superintendent Kevin Bright, Charles Mason, our principal, as well as Charles Burkholz, our assistant principal, and Tim Hunter, the director of Scarlet Oaks. Mr. Glenn Knight, who is here attending his own daughter's graduation, and who, not to mention, graduated from Mason himself, will be welcoming us this evening. Mr. Knight?
Graduates, parents, friends, on behalf of the Mason School Board, I'd like to welcome you to this, the 110th commencement exercise at Mason High School. Tonight is a very special night for my wife and myself because our daughter, Sarah, is one of the graduates tonight, and along with her and a lot of her friends, we're very close to this group. Former long-term board member and member, Dr. Frank Batchy, always said that a good speech was a short speech. I tried to get out of this tonight. I told Mr. Mason that my dog ate my speech, and he wouldn't go along with that. He said the graduates had already used that too many times. Anyway, I'd like to share with the graduates a simple set of rules to live by. And as I discuss these rules, I'd like for you to go back to your kindergarten days for what I'd like to talk about is out of a small book by a fellow named Robert Fulgrim entitled, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. Mr. Fulgrim summarizes the rules in a few short, simple sentences that I'd like to read since I can't remember things as well as I once did, being a graduate 34 years ago tonight. So here we go. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. You guys remember all this from kindergarten? Put things back where you found them. Clean up your mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt someone. Wash your hands before you eat. Flush. Warm cookies and milk are good for you. Live a balanced life. Learn some, think some, and draw, and paint, and sing, and dance, and play, and work some every day. Take a nap every afternoon. I'd still like to do that. When you go out in the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed in the styrofoam cup. The roots go down and the plant grows up and nobody really knows why, but we are all like that. Goldfish and hamsters and white mice and even the seed in the little styrofoam cup, they all die, so do we. And remember and then remember the Dick and Jane books and the first word you learn, the biggest word of all, look. These rules may seem a little juvenile, but everything that you need to know is in there somewhere. The golden rule and love and basic sanitation, ecology, politics, and equality, and sane living. Take any one of these items and extrapolate to sophisticated adult terms and apply it to your family, your work, your government, your world, and it holds true, clear, and firm. Just think of what a better world it would be if all the whole world, had cookies and milk about 3 o'clock every afternoon and laid down with their blankets for a nap. Or if all governments had a basic policy to always put things back where they found them and clean up their own mess. And it is still true, no matter how old you are, when you go out in the world, it's best to hold hands and stick together. Good luck, Godspeed, thank you.
Someone who's never without words, will present his senior dress titled Bell Bottoms, Corduroy, and Zoot Suits. Josh?
Before I start this evening, a few people approached me and asked me if I'd give directions to the party after graduation. So if there's anyone left out there who still doesn't know the way to Chuck Mason's house, you can just ask him, or I think there's a couple maps left. It's amazing some of the things you can remember. Like I don't remember being born, or my first Christmas, or even my first outdoor picnic. But I do remember a particular lesson in high school. The concept of this lesson is seldom taught in the classroom. Instead, it can be found in the halls. Never has it been regulated by the ringing of bells or the dismissal of a teacher. In fact, the only boundaries encountered are those created within the mind. And no matter how many workshops are attended or the number of lectures given, this lesson will never be written down as an assignment in any green planner. The name of this multicolored horse with 3 nostrils and a 1 ear? Interaction. Interaction is an essential part to every healthy person's diet. It provides the communication skills and serenity to digest setbacks, which, without the proper nutrients, would normally cause one to experience immense anxiety. By encompassing a realm outside that of the immediate individual, it is possible to learn from others, to know what they have discovered in themselves, and to share the elusive quality of understanding. Interaction provides the technique, the instrument, the tool, if you will, to explore knowledge that isn't accessible firsthand, but sought through the translation of another. He who is confined to only himself is ignorant to the world. The boy who sits in the front row and stares out the window may not be able to recite the correct formula or Webster's explanation of estranged, but the knowledge he can convey to those who dare to question is far worthier than any textbook. It was once written that there lived a child who held within his mind the answers to all the mysteries of tomorrow. He traveled the countryside with a burning passion to divulge his secrets to any who was patient enough to listen, but found none who could spare the time. Discouraged, he climbed to the top of a mountain overlooking a town and decided to conjure a signal in hopes of inspiring the people, who remained confined within themselves. He reached forth and brought the sun and the moon together in an orbital harmony of light. The people stared in awe at the spectacle before them and vowed someday to meet the strange boy. As time wore on, the signal's significance began to fade, and the people returned to the security of routine. No one sought the little boy, and he too faded, carrying with him a treasure of unknown value, and leaving only memory of what might have been. I encourage all of you, young, old, warm, or cold, to take the initiative to create a diverse world for yourselves. Take pride in the things that you excel in, and motivate yourself towards continual refinement. but never avoid opportunities because they pose a challenge. Fill your life with experiences, not excuses. Let's get down to numbers. What is it a number anyway? Number 1, by any other name, would smell just as sweet. What is it that makes first better than 21st or 81st? It is my experience that being the best in the class has little to do with grades, test scores, or intelligence. Rather, the focus is dedication and determination. The will to continue when the sea is clouded with doubt. Whether it is in athletics or in the business world, often it is the person with the desire to succeed in heart that prevails, not the most intellectual. Now, some bewildered people out there may be wondering how the title printed in the programs relates to anything within my speech. And to those people, I say it doesn't, at all. As you hop into your Hondas or grab the reins to your sleigh tonight, think about the impressions and expectations that were set when you first read the title. Perhaps, if only for a brief moment, you were again sitting in a field with rain and mud pouring down from all directions. Or maybe you were standing in a classroom, staring out the window, with dreams of Richard Starkey dancing through your head. Or you simply wondered what kind of prescription drugs I take. Either way, my point is this. Each one of you had an expectation of me. Every person expected me to present something different, while at the same time pleasing a majority of the people. And that is a difficult task for anyone, no matter what their number. When asked to live up to the standards that someone else has set for you, make sure that you fulfill your own first, for it is yourself with whom you have to live. Strive to be unique. When papers fill themselves with statistics, challenge yourself to remain unclassified. In a world of averages and mediocrities, it is the individual who is noticed. That's about all I have to say about that.
This song in particular expresses the closeness of our class and how, no matter where we are, we'll always be together. for our senior address. Christina?
Distinguished guests, faculty, parents and relatives, and fellow graduates. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills. So begins a poem by William Wordsworth. The poem goes on to describe a fleeting experience of the speaker, like a cloud passing over a host of golden daffodils. This memory is so precious that often the speaker returns to this image, and his heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. Our lives are very similar to the path of a cloud passing over a field, here, there, and gone. Tonight, fellow graduates, we weep for and celebrate a passage in our lives. The last 4 years of the lives which we spent together have become just a fleeting memory, yet somehow have changed each and every one of us. Now we must continue on with our passage and branch off into our own fields. This class of 1995 has been together since kindergarten. There is a tight bond existing between each person in this class. It's visible in the way two friends slyly glance across at each other or in a smile shared. Many inside jokes have been laughed about and probably still exist. Numerous tears have been shed and encouraging smiles passed. Moments of elation, satisfaction, and joy we hope to always remember, and moments of embarrassment, distress, and pain we wish to forget, but somehow never will. For the past 4 years, these same faces have been seen almost every day. Each person here, each friend, each enemy, even the mere acquaintance, has left his or her mark upon our lives. Take a look at the person next to you and study his or her face. 5 years from now, or even next year, you may not recognize that face, but there is a part of that person that has become a part of you. Someone once told me that a piece of his heart remains with every person he ever loved, and so a piece of each of us remains with everyone here. Your mind, your soul has been altered because of the closeness shared with the rest of this class. You may weep over the absence of a familiar face or smile, but that smile, that laughter which you've been so accustomed to, does not need to be seen or heard, because it will always linger in your heart. Tonight, we cling together for one last time as a class, but you must take heed not to cling too tightly. These past 4 years have been a significant section of our lives that we must let go of. Just as a cloud passes over meadows or fields, so we too must continue on, whether that means together or not. We must branch out into the world, either an hour away, 10 hours away, or across the continent. High school is just a fleeting memory, a passing experience. This memory cannot be dwelt upon. It must be put behind us. We cannot linger over what might have been said or done. There are waits for each and every one of us, new faces, new smiles, and different laughter. Celebrate that. Celebrate the jokes and tears and moments that have not yet occurred but are waiting for you out there. This passage which we are making, this passage of sadness and of celebration, is also mixed with feelings of fear and trepidation. Some of us are entering college, some of us the workforce, while others the military. Yet, do we really know what lies ahead for us tomorrow, next week, next September? It is written in the book Illusions by Richard Bach. A cloud does not know why it moves in just such a direction and at such a speed. It feels an impulsion. This is the place to go now. But the sky knows the reasons and the patterns behind all clouds. And you will know too when you lift yourself high enough to see beyond horizons. Lift yourself high and aim for whatever dream or goal that exists deep in your heart. If If you achieve success in the world's eyes, then that is wonderful. But as long as you achieve success in your own eyes, that is what is most important. Seek what you want and put all your efforts into it. For wherever you go, you represent a piece of this class, as well as a chapter of William Mason High School. Let us make this school's name, our name, known to whatever region we journey. Although tonight we weep for our passageway and parting, let us celebrate the unity we possess and the new experiences that await us. Someday, you may even hear a ring of the old and the sound of the new, and you will smile to recall this class, these friends, which hold a piece of your heart still, just as the cloud takes with it the image of the field as it travels over the sea. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you for awakening our hopes and our dreams, Christina. Looking back over the years from kindergarten to the present, many interesting and funny things have happened to us. Elizabeth Alpers, Christina Kalish, and Melissa Vance will share some of those events with the rest of you as they present our class history.
The final tour of the class of 1995 is about to end. Although we are parting from each other tonight, the 13 years of memories we've shared will be with us forever. Our tour begins at Mason Heights Elementary. We were cute and innocent 5-year-olds who could barely recite the alphabet, but it was here that we developed friendships that would last throughout our school journey.
We had monumental worries those first few years, such as which color carpet square to sit on while we watched our favorite show, The Letter People.
And not forgetting to wear our numbered bus tags around our necks so we wouldn't get lost.
All of the girls had to beware of Johnny Hoon as he chased them to try to steal a kiss.
Times haven't really changed, have they?
And who could forget the after-school movies and popcorn in the gym?
Before we knew it, we had reached the second destination of our tour, Western Row. These were the times of jelly shoes, charm necklaces, and jams. Our daily routine wasn't quite so simple. We had to learn how to write in cursive and memorize the multiplication table. Those fortunate enough to receive a 100% were awarded with a pizza party with the teacher.
We lost many nights of sleep worrying about who our partner would end up being when we learned how to square dance in gym.
And if we would be able to complete the treacherous Dukes of Hazzard obstacle course.
We watched the many spills of Katie Popplewell.
And always tried to stay out of trouble so we didn't have to stand against the wall at recess.
We thought it was pretty cool if we could rub our hands with erasers until they bled. This was a prerequisite to the WINK test.
We always dreaded the weekly Tuesday fluoride treatments, but looked forward to Friday, the 25-cent popcorn day.
When the Cincinnati Bengals went to the Super Bowl in 1989, Jay Waters' dancing career took off as he performed the Icky Shuffle on stage for the lunch crowd.
Remember our favorite 4th grade field trip to Cosi and our unforgettable 6th grade musical, The Upside Down?
Or how about the traffic light in the cafeteria? When the noise level exceeded the limit and the light turned red, we were all forced to eat in silence.
As our tour continued to Mason Middle School, we found ourselves becoming much more mature. Suddenly, makeup, designer clothes, and the opposite sex seemed much more important than our schoolwork, and the boys' voices began to get lower and lower.
High hair was hot, as the girls tried to see just how tall they could get their hair to stand. The prize went to Tracy Ward.
The girls switched boyfriends weekly, and just to make sure they didn't forget who it was that they loved, the boys' names would be etched on their hands with ink pens.
And we received our daily weather forecast from Tim Heinrich, the weatherman.
And we watched Katie Popplewell repeatedly stumble.
The boys looked quite fashionable in their bandanas, while the girls got their thrill by wearing switch socks.
One of our greatest memories from Mason Middle was watching the 8th grade dance. Here we watched Jody Eaton and Ashley Broadcraft to Vanilla Ice, and all of the girls cried because we thought we may never see each other again.
But 3 short months later, we were all back together again at William Mason High School. Here, we shaped ourselves into the mature, responsible young adults that you see before you this evening.
It seems like just yesterday that we were greeted by the upperclassmen yelling frosh as we walked on the halls.
Our full cheerleading squad was reduced to 1 person. Thanks, Tasha.
This year was the first year we won 3 of 3 hall decorating championships.
The drama department was blessed with a talented group of aspiring young actors, including Chad Powers, Chris Gardner, Jenny Fendi, and Susan Saylor.
Mr. Kingage surprised us with impromptu speeches and got us all practicing tongue twisters.
The Mason Comets dance team became state champs.
Then, before we knew it, we were seniors. It was hard to believe that this would be our last year together.
It all started with senior initiation, with no explanation necessary.
Then we had our first encounter with Mr. Burkholz. After a 2-hour discipline announcement on the first day of school, we knew we were in for a long year.
During this year, the senior girls defeated the juniors in the powder puff football with the help of the fleet feet of Jamie Zoe.
We won the last of 4 FABC All-Sport Awards.
We saw our last field goal from Kevin Timmons and the last touchdown made by Mitch Pence.
And the last soccer goal made by Paul Godby and Ryan Stites.
We saw the last 3-pointers made by Brian Cupp and Emily Abrams, and last rebounds from Chad Powers and Katie Popovell. And we watched the speed and swiftness of Brian Heiner, Jay Waters, Ashlyn Brunk, Kristen Chekowitz, and Christina Kalish.
And we saw the tennis team take a remarkable turn for the better with the help of Kristen Kelly and Melissa Schreiner.
On a sad note, we lost a dear friend and strong supporter of our school and community, David Lyon. We miss him dearly.
We really got brave that last week of school and participated in the rebellious senior walkout to the football field.
We saw the decorations in chalk left by some pranksters of the senior class. And just yesterday, we were all shocked to learn that our school was suddenly for sale, with over 100 for sale signs placed in the front lawn.
Or after our school suddenly became the new Kentucky Fried Chicken after the old one burned down.
Now our Mason school tour is coming to an end. The time has come to say goodbye to our classmates and to say thank you to our teachers, administrators, and parents who have made our years at Mason never to be forgotten. We will treasure our school memories forever. To the class of 1995, good luck. Our new tour is about to begin.
Those are definitely some moments to remember. Thank you. Mr. Charles Mason, someone we all know so well, will be assisted by Mr. David Lewis as he acknowledges our class and our accomplishments. Mr. Mason?
My house is the one with the broken down blue Hyundai parked out front, if you lost the map. I'd like to first thank some people, and that is first and foremost thank Landmark for allowing us to conduct this ceremony here today for the very last time. As you can see, as you look around, we are needing a much larger facility as our classes get bigger. And we've really had a great relationship with Landmark, and I really want to thank all those people responsible here for allowing us to use it. It has extra meaning for me since my high school was the first class to ever graduate from this building 30 years ago this week. So I was here at the beginning, I'm here when we leave, and I'm looking forward to our new facility. But again, I want to thank Landmark. I want to thank the parents, the grandparents, the brothers and sisters and special friends of all the graduates here tonight, because this is your evening too. You have made their success possible. Sometimes they don't tell you that. It may be 30 before they do, but they really do love you, and I know the love that you have given them has brought them to this point. I'd like to praise this class. I don't remember someone in the hall the other day, I don't know if it was Shane Hayden, might have been, I can't remember who it was, said, Mr. Mason, a couple of years ago, you said to graduation that was the best class you've ever seen. And I've seen a lot. This is my 26th high school graduation that I've been to. And I said, well, I don't know. What am I going to say about this class? Well, this class has met or exceeded every challenge that we've thrown at you. I can truthfully say that this class is one of the greatest, if not greatest classes that I've seen since I've been here. At the beginning of the year, we had a meeting about the senior proficiency, the dreaded senior proficiency test. It's another test added on for all the other tests. But it's a tough test. And I told them, I threw a challenge, see if you can beat last year. Last year, 72% of our seniors passed all 4 parts of this test. This year, 77% of our seniors passed all 4 parts of this test. Those people who are wearing medallions. this time, I would like to thank some very special people, and that is our staff. Over 2/3 of our staff is here tonight to honor these people that we're all honoring, our graduates. I think it shows how our teachers feel about you as graduates, that you are more than just someone they had in class, that you are very special. And that I think if you take a look at these staff members, you'll see the examples set forth of lifelong learners, who I hope all of you go out and become lifelong learners. I would like my staff, if you would please, to stand and face the audience. Since September 15, 1993, the State Board of Education has awarded a diploma with honors to any student who did the following: successfully completes the high school curriculum or individualized education program developed for the student by the high school, demonstrates at least a 9th grade level of literacy and basic competency on all 9th grade proficiency tests, and meets 7 of the 8 criteria for honors that are listed below. These are: earn 4 credits of English, earn 3 units of mathematics, including at least Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and Geometry, earn 3 units of science, including at least 1 unit in a foundational science with an emphasis in chemistry, and at least 1 unit in an applied science with an emphasis in biology, earn 3 units of social studies, earn either 3 units of 1 foreign language or 2 units each of 2 foreign languages, earn 1 unit of fine arts, maintain an overall high school grade point average of at least 3.5 on a 4-point scale, obtain the scores on the 12th grade proficiency test designated by the State Board of Education, or obtain a composite score of 27 on the ACT, or an equivalent composite score on the SAT. On the diplomas of these students who are receiving this honor, you will notice a beautiful seal that's affixed to this. So we're going to ask, as I read your name, these are the students who are getting the honor diploma, to please stand and face the audience. And please remain standing until we're all done, and we'll applaud everybody at the same time. Aaron Asker, Carrie Bevan, Allison Bennett, Joshua Bosley, William Dennis, Tiffany Dotson, Jason Duncan, Jody Eaton, Jennifer Fendi, Paul Godby, Marissa Eichen, Christina Kalish, Christina Madden, Ryan Marston, Matthew Overly, Tiffany Perkins, Catherine Popolo, Chad Powers, Susan Saylor, Amy Sowers, Ryan Stites, Jennifer Stone, Courtney Stovall, Jody Tice, Kevin Timmons, Laura Vanderswag, Tracy Ward, and Kevin Whitaker. Please recognize our honors graduates. The State Department of Education in Ohio awards the Award of Merit to those graduates who have completed the State Board of Education's college preparatory curriculum requirements and met state and district criteria related to attendance, achievement, citizenship, and participation in other school and community-related activities. With this year's recipients, please come forward when your name is called and receive your award from Mr. Lewis. Aaron Asker, Doug Allman, Carrie Bevan, Allison Bennett, Kelly Brill, Josh Bosley, William Dennis, Jason Duncan, Jody Eaton, Elizabeth Elfers, Elizabeth Ennis, Jennifer Fendi, Paul Godby, Brian Heinrich, Marissa Iden, Christina Kalish, Kristen Kelly, Christina Madden, Ryan Marston, Angela Mybers, Lynn Mybers, David McCalley, Matthew Overly, Mitchell Pence, Tiffany Perkins, Catherine Popwell, Susan Saylor, Angelica Schrader, Randall Sorrell, Ryan Stikes, Courtney Stovall, Jody Tice, Kevin Timmons, Melissa Vance, Laura Vanderswab, Jay Waters, and Kevin Whitaker. This isn't on the program, but I wanted to really honor Jay tonight because tonight, or sometime he's headed to Columbus, and he's going to be participating in the state championship track meet, and I think that's a heck of a thing to do. Because of the close race for valedictorian honors this year, we have chosen to have 3 honored commencement speakers, which is a little irregular. But I know we've heard 2 of the speakers, and it's been wonderful, and we've not put any pressure on that. So we will present these speakers with an award at this time. Honored commencement speaker, Matthew Overland. Matt. Our salutatorian for the class of 1995, Christina Kalish. And this year's class valedictorian, Joshua Bosley. We have several scholarship winners in the class of 1995, and we would like the recipients to please come forward when their name is called, and again, we'll honor all of them with applause at the end. Kristen Chekowitz. Kristen has received a partial athletic scholarship to run cross country at Northern Kentucky University. Josh Bosley. Josh is the recipient of a prestigious trustee scholarship at Hiram College. Kevin Whitaker. Kevin has received an honor scholarship to attend the University of Cincinnati. He will also be receiving one of the Mason Foundation Scholarships, formerly known as the Kiwanis Scholarship. Katie Popwell and Kevin Timmons. Katie and Kevin are the recipients of this year's Comic Club Scholarships, one male, one female, based on academic achievement and athletic participation. Katie also received a scholarship from the District 15 Basketball Coaches Association. Jody Eaton. Jody is another one of 3 Mason students to receive a renewable Mason Foundation Scholarship. Amy Sowers. Amy has received the University Scholarship to attend Butler University. Michelle Wilson. Michelle is a recipient of the Congress Bundestag Open Door Exchange Scholarship to work and study in Germany. Aaron Asker. Aaron has been awarded the Dean Scholarship at Ohio Northern University. Jason Duncan. Jason has received the University Challenge Grant to attend Capital University in Columbus, Ohio. Jason is also the winner of our local Mason Touchdown Club Scholarship. Courtney Stovall. Courtney is a recipient of a University of Dayton Scholarship Award for outstanding academic achievement. Christina Kalish. Christina has been awarded 2 scholarships, a Fordham University Dean Scholarship and one of the Mason Foundation Scholarships. Christina Madden. Christina has received a President's Scholarship to attend the University of Dayton. Matt Overley. Matt is Mason High School's winner of the Ohio Academic Scholarship sponsored by the Ohio Board of Regents. He has also received a University of Cincinnati Voorhees Scholarship, a Robert C. Byrd Scholarship, and an R.C. Easley Gold Scholarship Award. Paul Godby. Paul is a recipient of a scholarship based on academic and leadership excellence to attend Center College. William Dennis. Bill has been awarded an honor scholarship at the University of Cincinnati. Mitchell Pence. Mitch has received an academic scholarship and a partial athletic scholarship at the University of Findlay, where he will play football. Lynn Mivers. Lynn will be attending Bowling Green State University, where she has received a university scholarship. Emily Abrams. Emily is this year's recipient of the annual Mason Lions Club Harry Cook Memorial Scholarship. Emily will also be receiving one of the 5th annual Mason 2-Point Club scholarships. Rick Campbell. Rick has been awarded the Mason Landon Kings Chamber of Commerce Scholarship. Susan Saylor. Susan is the winner of the 6th Annual National Bank and Trust Scholarship. Brian Cupp. Brian is the male recipient of the 5th Annual 2-Point Club Scholarship. Please honor these students with your applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mason and Mr. Lewis. Our final senior address, which will prove to be nothing short of interesting, will be given by Matt Overley.
Sorry about that. Well, I couldn't quite decide what kind of speech to write. I considered funny ones, serious ones, philosophical, and contemplative ones. I really have never given a speech at graduation yet before, so I don't know. In the end, I wrote a speech that anybody would like. A short one. So, I promise not to read you any poems, refer to Webster's dictionary, or get snuffled up with tears. So, like myself, I'll be straightforward, to the point, and brief. Enough about the speech, and on with what I have to say. Tonight, we are all friends. We have set aside our differences and quarrels to come together for this long-awaited ceremony. The troubles and conflicts that we have all endured have suddenly disappeared, and tonight marks the onset of great things for each and every one of us. But I'm not going to sell you on some unrealistic dream. I consider myself an optimist, though. However, I like to believe that I'm a realist as well. And a week from now, beyond all the graduation parties and bashes, the real world will settle in again. We all must continue now into the future that awaits us. For over 10 years, we have each invested in our education. In 10 years from now, some may still be, and many of us will be investing in the education of our children. But whatever paths we choose, inevitably they will not follow the closely related paths that they had in the past. We really are free now, but freedom has its implications. With it comes responsibility. In the next few years, we will make many of the most important decisions in our lives. I challenge you, remember this in everything you do. The paths we choose now will forever impact our futures. So develop your dreams. Take each opportunity given to you to take one more step forward. Don't procrastinate, and never let criticism or adversity force you to take a step backward. Get organized and set goals for yourself, then work to achieve them. We all have our aspirations, our dreams. Dreams are given credit for success, but goals cannot be overlooked, for they are the means of success. Already most of us have goals, some realized and unrealized, spoken and unspoken, known and unknown. Goals are what you work towards, and together, goals form a dream. In a sense, obtaining success is like a ladder. At the top is the dream, and each of the rungs is a goal. I urge everyone here to begin climbing the ladder, if not already. Once you have reached the top of one, begin climbing another. No one should die without a foot on a rung. So our graduation tonight marks a ladder scale. Now it is time for each of us to individually search for our next ladder and follow in the direction that it leads. Only this time, when we step up off the ladder, we won't all be in the same place as we are tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Without further ado, the Mason Board members, assisted by our Assistant Principal, Mr. Charles Burkholz, will present the class for the awarding of the diplomas.
This class has met the requirements for the State Board of Education and the Mason Board of Education. I recommend that they be graduated. Emily Erin Abrams. Erin Christine Askren. Douglas James Almond. Rachel Lynn Barnes. Carrie Lynn Bevan. Erica Lynn Beavers. Allison Elizabeth Bennett. Stacy Dawn Berner. Jessica Renee Barrett. Jenny Lynn Boot. Joshua W. Bosley. Neil Daniel Brandt. Mariah Danielle Branham. Chris Braun. Kelly Ann Brill. Jennifer Ashley Brum. Jeffrey Allen Buchanan. Richard Edward Gamble. Dan Caprioni. Brian L. Carper. Melissa Dawn Carroll. Kenneth Martin Case. Kristen Michelle Jekowitz. Richard Lee Cheney. Christina Chipman. Lisa Rochelle Christie. Corey Michael Clayton. Paul Alexander Combs. James Neil Condor Jr. Melissa Ann Consider. Jennifer Therese Cousins. Amy Marie Crawford. Aaron L. Christ. Brian Gregory Cup. Ginger Lee Deaton. William K. Dennis II. Tina Lee Dickinson. Jeremy C. Dilbert. Tiffany Pauline Dotson. Jeremy Thomas Dukes. Jason William Duncan. Laura Beth Dupps. Eric D. Durbin. Jody Nicole Eaton. Laura Ann Edison. Joshua Van Del Elam. Elizabeth Marie Alvers. Elizabeth Ennis. Monica Leah Eves. Michelle Ann Fab. Jennifer Michelle Fendi. Olivia Nicole Philbeck. Mark E. Foxbauer. Karen Freeze. Gina Esther Marie Galley. Christopher Paul Gardner. Kenneth M. Gentry. Matthew James Giannini. Paul Brandon Godby. Eric Grimm. Sarah Marie Hamilton. Jason W. Hampton. Brian William Heinrich. Dawn Marie Hines. Shannon K. Hoff. David Ryan Holderbaum. John Robert Moon. Susan Michelle Hobson. Lisa Darnay Horn. Holly Lynn Burke. Shane C. Hyden. Marissa Brooke Hyden. Misty D. Johnson. Amy L. Jenkins. Bethany Jean Jones. Christina Marie Kalish. Amanda Lee Keaton. Jill Ann Keitel. Kristen Elizabeth Kelly. Joel Michael King. Brian Klein. Sarah V. Knight. Tony Kraus. Rebecca Lee Larrick. Rachel Lynn Latchford. Robert Linoff. David F. LeMay. Tracy Marie Leviton. Sean Lewis. Michael Thomas Lukatich. Christina Jean Madden. Charles Wayne Marker. Ryan Marston. Nathan McManus. Angela Ray Myers. Lynn Michelle Myers. David Cameron McCallum. Janie Lynn Miller. Jennifer Erin Minter. Christina Lee Mitchell. Tony Eugene Moore Jr. Andrea Jean Moses. Nathan James Lee Mosley. Charles R. Monchet III. Michelle Lee Minch. Bobby Joseph Munich. Megan Elizabeth Murphy. Brian Ashley Napier. Stephanie Niehaus. Kyle Osborne. Matthew B. Overly. Amy Jessica Paul. Mitchell Andrew Pence. Brian Patrick Pinnock. Tiffany Lynn Perkins. Natasha Diane Pittman. Catherine Suzanne Popwell. Chadwick Michael Powell. Rachel Marie Roston. Louisa Saylor. Nancy Marie Shane. Melissa Ann Schreiner. Angelica Marie Schrader. Christopher M. Siegfrieds. Todd Joseph Simpson. Jason Andrew Sonny. Aaron Lee Sorrell. Randall Matthew Sorrell. Amy Nicole Souders. Ryan Patrick Stevens. Ryan Edward Stites. Jennifer Ann Stone. Courtney Andrea Stovall. Timothy C. Strait. Kevin Joseph Surratt. Jody Lynn Tice. Bobby Thomas. Debbie Thompson. Lisa Thomas. James Thomas Trammell. Kevin Michael Timmons. Melissa Jane Vance. Laura Renee Vanderswat. Victoria Vodnick. Tracy Elizabeth Ward. J. Anthony Waters. Melissa May Watson. Kevin Whitaker. Jed Robert Williams. Michelle Renee Wilson. Jeffrey Whistler. Nikki Woolhop. Laura Woodall. Mike Yost. Marie Elizabeth Eugen. Jamie Elizabeth Zoe.